Welcome to Transforming the Tarot, another episode here. I'm Jess, and we're going to be reading tarot today. This week, we are coming into December. We're at the beginning of Sagittarius season, and we just had a full moon in Gemini. So, of course, our full moon is going to be the opposite of the sign the sun is in. And with that energy, a lot of communication came online, and it just feels, I don't even know. I just feel it's like this beautiful, mutable energy. I just feel so in my zone. So I'm here today. I'm going to bring you some messages from the divine. And with this month, I mean, a lot of us are coming into holiday season and it can be really stressful with monies and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to put my intention out there to just kind of see if any guides could give us any guidance on that. And even with this economy and everything, it's just kind of intense this season. I can feel that. And so any messages coming through for the collective about that, that'd be great. Just to kind of ease our worries a little bit. I'm just putting that intention out there. Okay. Let's see. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Well and Orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So these are interesting, and I'm pretty familiar with these cards. So I'm just going to kind of see what I feel the guides are trying to say. One of the things that I feel with this Breath of Cosmos card is that a lot of us try and we think that we're in this masculine energy, right? And we think that if we do certain things that we're more or less worthy of abundance. And abundance is our natural state, right? So like if you look at a tree and you tried to count all the leaves, you wouldn't be able to, because Mother Nature does everything in abundance. It's natural to be abundant. And so in the lens of abundance, I feel like God and the universe is kind of saying, the cards are saying that when you try and micromanage what's happening in your financial world, in your personal world, in your career life, that's when everything kind of blows up, right? So we have to learn how to receive. And so my will to thy will. And when we try to micromanage our scenarios and stuff like that, that's when it gets a little convoluted and it gets hard. That's when we need to let, in the words of Carrie Underwood, Jesus take the wheel. So that's kind of what I feel like these cards are saying. I don't know why I looked over there, but I looked over there. Whale and Orca elders this card talks about how whale and orcas, they kind of like spread this sound that kind of heals the earth and heals others. And so I feel like that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on being angels, and angels are just messengers of God. And so when we just go about our day, we understand that it's all out of our control. Sometimes our finances aren't here because bigger things are happening. Like a few weeks ago, very major banks could not pay people their paychecks. That's how bad it's getting. So like, you never know. You might not have money in the bank because the whole financial system is about to collapse. And God doesn't want you to experience losing thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's like, we kind of have to zoom out sometimes because we get so micro. We have to kind of go macro sometimes. So if we just go about and we spread the love, we become our authentic self, and we become those whale and orcas where we're just like sharing our divine matrix, our divine vibe, then that's when our path is created for us. Our path is illuminated for us. Better words. And then this forge, don't follow. I think that when it comes to finances, when we talk about the 3D matrix, it's like that 9 to 5, gotta grind, gotta get it. We have to do in order to be worthy of. And I've been getting this message a lot in the cards lately. So forge, don't follow. pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. I think that's what God and the guides are asking of us. They're asking us to forge our own path in this new matrix that we're creating, this new earth that we're creating. We're leaving this third density, this third dimension behind, and we're going into this fifth density. And that requires us to follow our heart, not the matrix practical mind, the logical mind. And so I think the Oracle is really talking about that today. Okay, so let's get into tarot here. I'm going to shuffle 3 times, guides. In a second, I'm actually going to warm these cards up. And when I say comes down to 3, then I'll pull 9 off the top, okay? Anyways, I'd like to talk to you guys about a few things that are happening the first of the year. So I'm going to be launching Ascension Agency, which is an all-inclusive course package that includes all of my marketing stuff, so you can kind of learn how to break the matrix and do your own thing, just like we were talking about on this Forge to Follow, and also a bunch of spiritual tools to help you kind of step into your own sovereignty as a creative being, as a divine being. And that includes meditation, divination, all that stuff, energy management, stuff like that. That's going to be launching at the first of the year. And if you'd like to follow along for that, I highly recommend going to www.transformingwithtarot.com and signing up for my email list, because that's where I'll be updating you, y'all. Or you could just tune in here, because I'll be updating you with that here too. And then also, I'm going to be launching a new service called Breaking Bear Hypnosis. So yes, it's named after my podcast. I will be sharing certain recordings on the podcast. I'm going to be relaunching my podcast again too. But Breaking Bear Hypnosis is a quantum hypnosis modality that specializes in entity release in the energetic body and clearing that, doing some healing in that body, part of the body. So stay tuned for that all at the first of the year. Okay, guys, 3 shuffles starting now. Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, wow. Wow. I feel like the cards back up exactly what the Oracle said. So we start out and we have this row of the 4 of Cups, which is kind of talking about indifference, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. And so I feel like we're just kind of overworking. We're overworking. We understand on a subliminal level that the more we work, hard work doesn't equate to more abundance. It just doesn't. And so we've kind of gotten this in our mind, and now we're having to unlearn this paradigm. And I feel like more than ever is a call on your heart to follow what your passions are, to follow what you want to do. So if you've been in the back burner, if you've had this thought of, I really like want to do this thing, but I have to keep this 9 to 5 job in order to pay bills. I feel like more than ever, it's time to kind of go with your truth. And these thoughts in your mind, it's almost like the universe is saying, why don't you jump and see what happens? It's almost like it's daring you, because you have all of these ideas in your mind, this 8 of Swords, of like, what's going to actually happen? I'm going to fall on my face and fail. But I feel like the universe is calling you to like lay down your burdens. This 10 of Wands here. Lay down your burdens, make a plan, and get excited for what's to come. It's like the last stand type of a thing. It's like, stop this nonsense and start being the creator being that you know you are. This is Fool card. Take a leap. So I feel like in the shadow position, that means that either you've taken a leap and you're at this place where you don't know where to go, and that's because you're in a new paradigm. When you take leaps of faith, that means you're putting trust in God. And I feel like a lot of us, we feel like we have to micromanage, again, God, and that's like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So I feel like this message is really clear. And just to end, I'm going to pull an angel card here. And third chakra is dearest you. There's only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks according to society standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. I don't feel like I need to say anymore. So, see you next week.